And good afternoon. How are you doing? Hopefully having a great afternoon. I know it's cloudy, it's cool, it's breezy out there, all the above. Today is an impact day. Tomorrow will be an impact day, but you're going to like the weekend, and that's kind of why we had the little blurb there. The weekend is going to take a dramatic turn for the better, which is really great. And, you know, I've been saying that for the last couple of days, but either way, cloudy skies out there right now. The radar is kind of interesting, and I'll show you the radar here in just a second because not everybody's picking up rain. There's just like one streak of some showers, and it's getting pretty dry at the surface, so I'm not expecting a lot of heavy rain, but there is some rain out there, and I'll show you that. For the most part, for the rest of the afternoon or into the afternoon, cloudy skies, breezy, cool, maybe a shower here or there, but I think shower chances are going to be on the decrease. You can see we've got a lot of clouds out there. Tomorrow as well, cool, breezy, chance for showers and temperatures in the 40s and 50s. Going to be wet and cool, so tomorrow is another impact day. Out there right now it is 50. Earlier this morning when I first came into work early in the early morning hours, it was like 58, and we have done nothing but go down all day. So I think the rest of the, as we get into the afternoon, lower 50s, upper 40s, kind of a slow slide down. Record high is 85 and the record low 26. Both of those were set a long time ago. Record high was set back in 1928. All right, for the rest of the day, temperatures way below average. If you've got anything planned this evening, temperatures will be in the upper 40s out there by 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, something like that. See, I told you the radar was a little interesting. We've got just that one little swath of rain, and I checked the Austin well, it's actually out of New Braunfels. It's called the Austin San Antonio radar, but out of New Braunfels. I checked that one, and sure enough, I mean, this is reaching the ground, and I just looked outside, and we happen to be in the swath right here at the station, and we've got some sprinkles and some showers. But notice, if you're outside of that, you have just cloudy skies, and not a whole lot of shower activity outside of that one little swath there. Okay, so let's take a look at the temperatures. I believe in the hill country it's in the 40s. Let's see, we've got 40, boy, it's slow to come up, but anyway, yeah, 40. 44, Kerrville. 43, Fredericksburg. 45, Bernie. 48, New Braunfels. San Marcos, 48. So northern Bexar County, let's say north of 1604, I'm sure you're in the 40s as well. All through Comal County in the 40s. For that matter, Seguin's at 49, Gonzales, 48. At the airport, it is 50. Locations to the south in the 50s, lower 50s. So it's cool day across south central Texas. We've got a frontal boundary that's to our south now. We've got a northerly wind. We've got an area of low pressure that's deepening around the Houston area. And so our winds are going to pick up a little bit, I think, as we head in the next several hours. Northerly winds, 15, maybe a gust to 25. That's probably going to be about it. Far enough to the north, if you keep going north, it gets really cold up in Oklahoma. Let me back this up so we can show the high. High temperatures up around Wichita, Kansas in the mid-30s, 36 degrees or so. Bismarck, 31. And since they're in Minneapolis, it's about 12 for a high. Actually, probably more like 15, but man, that is winter up there in Minneapolis, St. Paul. Chicago, with all those buildings and the breezy conditions, high in Chicago at about 15 degrees. St. Louis, 21. So some really cold temperatures across the Great Lakes, portions of the, let's just call it the Ohio Valley, and portions of New England. Really cold. Buffalo, New York with a high today at around 20. So if you're traveling to any of those places, make sure and take your biggest coat because you are going to need it. All right, so why are we going to clear up for the weekend? Well, as we take a look at the mid and upper level pattern, we've got cool air at the surface being overrun by relatively warmer air because of that trough that's there in Colorado, Kansas. You can kind of see it there. Not the strongest of systems. If it was a real strong system, chances are we'd have more rain, but strong enough to give us cloud cover and some showers. And then when you see the red there on this map, I've got those depicted as disturbances. And you can see into Friday, we'll have with that southwest flow coming out of the Pacific, a few disturbances, and tomorrow we'll have a chance for some showers as well. But the main big long wave trough here swings through just in time for the weekend, and with some sunshine on Saturday, I think we'll hit the low 70s. Sunday, close to 70 because we're going to have a cold frontal boundary that'll come through. Won't have the coldest of air. So let's say upper 60s to around 70 on Sunday. And then Monday and Tuesday continue to look really nice. And I don't see any big storm systems all the way as we go all the way through the 13th. Now, once we get into the 13th, 14th, things will change. I'll show you the 14-day here coming up in just a second. All right, so here's where we go for the rest of the day. Some shower activity, but mainly clouds and cool. Temperatures lower 50s to upper 40s. And then tomorrow, with that next disturbance coming in, we'll have a chance for showers. I'm expecting probably most of that is going to be to our south or to our south and east. And then as we head into the afternoon, highs in the low 50s. And Saturday morning, we may have some clouds left over Saturday morning, but then the sun comes out. And that's the plan, and sticking to that. Okay, for today and tomorrow, we've got impact days. Cool conditions, chance for rain, but just in time for the weekend. High Saturday, 72. I'm going to go 71 on Sunday, but very well could be like 69. So 69, 70, 71. And then that frontal boundary cools things off. Lows in the lower 40s for Monday and Tuesday. Highs in the 60s. And then we bounce back to the 70s for Wednesday and Thursday. Another front comes in. So let's say upper 60s for the 12th. And then the 13th, 14th. Somewhere around there, we may have some thunderstorm activity for that weekend and a chance for some showers. And been kind of going a little bit back and forth. I don't like doing that, but you know, when you get to the 13th, 14th day, sometimes that happens. And I've got it warmer for the 16th and 17th. I don't see any real big Arctic outbreaks for us. There have been some, and we've got one going on right now across the northern portions of the country and over around the Great Lakes, but I don't see anything. What you'd need for us to get into some Arctic air is for a big ridge in the Pacific, real high ridge, and for Alaska, southern Alaska, to start really warming up, and then that kind of a pattern will really drive cold air southward, but I don't see that. So anyway, that's 14-day. We really appreciate you, and I've got to go do the noon show. Make sure and watch 4, 5, 6, and 10. We got the Bills Elves coming up on Friday, I think, and I'll be back tomorrow morning. So stay warm, and for a lot of you, don't have to worry about staying dry, but for some of you, watch out, stay dry, and we'll be waiting for the weekend. Weekend should be good. All right, we'll see you later, and thanks for streaming with us. We appreciate it.